Good evening. Want to welcome everybody to the Get Fit and Be Lean multi-platform live stream. I really appreciate anybody who joins us today. Struggling a little bit with some of the technology as almost always, but I'm Dr. Frank Cadle with the Get Fit and Be Lean program that I used to lose over 20% of my body weight in 2021. I lost more than 5 inches off my waist. I lowered my cholesterol by more than 20 points. I lowered my systolic blood pressure by over 20 millimeters of mercury. I did all of this without any medications. In fact, I was able to get off my reflux heartburn medication. I did it without any surgery. I did it without any fasting or any supplements, any teas, any cleanses. I didn't use any protein powders. I didn't engage in some tremendous caloric deficit. What I did was start with calisthenics, sit-ups, push-ups, jumping jacks. I started every other day, 3 times a week. And as I continued this, I got to where I could increase it, and I started doing it 4 and 5 times a week until finally I was up to 6 days a week. I started adding additional exercises, deep knee bends, stair steps, and eventually I was able to add a brisk walk and do the whole exercise set forward and backwards. I combined this with a portion control diet focused on the 2 veggie goal, 2 servings of raw or steamed vegetables at lunch and 2 servings with dinner. And by combining this, I was able to get the benefit of the exercise compounded with the benefit of the portion control and a broad, healthy diet that included all of the nutrition that I needed without any kind of vitamins or minerals needing to be added. So I did all of this on social media, posted videos pretty much every day throughout 2021, as well as covering a lot of individual nutritional topics. I am a dual board certified, university and fellowship trained surgeon, been practicing and licensed for more than 20 years. And I use the research knowledge that I've gained through my medical education and practice to devise this program that anyone can do. This is why I chose calisthenics. You can do calisthenics anywhere. You can adjust the individual difficulty to your own abilities. It doesn't require any equipment, any enrollment, any membership or subscription. And once I started, I found that the benefits were really tremendous in the way that I felt, the way that I moved. I started this program. I got short of breath just tying my own shoelaces and had given up a lot of the activities that I really enjoy. So by combining the physical fitness calisthenic portion with the portion control and the 2 veggie goal, I found that the benefits of both of them were synergistic. It really helped me a great deal. As I did this and I started doing more and more research, I really began to believe that this is a pathway that a lot of different people can use. There's a lot of different approaches to weight loss. One thing they taught me in medicine, if there are a lot of different ways to do something, none of them is really perfect. Okay, if there's a lot of different types of medicines, that means some of them have side effects or interactions, or you can't use them for certain people. If there are a lot of different surgical approaches, you'll find that the surgeon actually depends on the outcome, who you have do it. And I wanted to devise a program that anybody can do anywhere. They don't have to have a coach or any kind of program that they're enrolled in. And I wanted to carry a message that this is something anybody can do. I was pushing 60 when I started this program, and I was still able to adapt this to my own limitations and carry that out to the different social media platforms. So I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, and I try to use each platform a little bit differently, although a lot of the videos are the same. But I think that the important thing is to be out in a lot of different spaces. I'm looking at maybe starting a podcast. If anybody has any recommendations for that, I'd be happy to hear those. This week, we're talking about calisthenics. As I said, sit-ups, push-ups, jumping jacks. I like to call this No Gym January, because the fact is that a lot of people join the gym January 1st. It gets pretty crowded. And usually by February 15th, most of them are gone and they're spending money that they're not getting any benefit from. I don't have anything against the gym. I enjoy going to the gym. But if you're going to go to a gym, it would be a really good idea to have a routine, to have a time that you have spent working out on your own where it is a regular part of your life. Routine is so vitally important to portion control. It's important to calisthenics. It's important to weightlifting, resistance weight training, aerobics, anything that you're going to do. If you can't make it a routine part of your regular life, you're going to have a tough time sustaining it. And sustainability is really the key. There's a tremendous amount of research that shows many people will lose weight with almost any method, whether that's keto or carnivore or Weight Watchers or Noom or whatever method you want to pick. But the problem is, if you look at that person at 2 years, at 5 years, most of them have regained the weight, and some of them have gained even more, because our body undergoes physiologic adaptations that limit the amount of calories that we need. So even if we go back to eating the same amount we were before, we end up gaining weight on that amount. So this is some of the research that I've covered in my Twitter account. You can see the links. I have some links to my PubMed bibliography where you can go directly to the articles that I reference for exercise physiology, for anatomy, for nutrition, and dietary recommendations. And I hope that you'll do that. I hope you engage my social media platforms. Obviously, engagement is the key. If I can get people to comment, to respond, to retweet, to forward the posts on Instagram, I can get more people the message that, yes, there are other alternatives out there. You can use one of the new semaglutide or Wegovy SGLT inhibitors. They're really expensive. They're $400 or $500 a month, and you have to be on them for life. You can't go off the drug. You'll gain the weight back. And it's gotten a lot of attention, particularly with the recent CBS show, and a lot of people saying, oh, we need to pay for this for everybody who needs it. We don't have that. That money doesn't exist. There isn't that much money. And if you want to force the drug companies to provide it, you can try, but that's not been a terribly effective method here in the States. And the fact is that a lot of people don't want to be on a drug for the rest of their lives for their obesity. And a lot of people don't want to undergo surgery because surgery carries risks, and the risks are small, but they're real, and they don't end. The problem with the risk assessment in surgery is we look at the post-operative period, 30 days, 90 days. Some of the biggest, a couple of the real big catastrophes that have come into my rural ER when I was on surgical call were post-bariatric patients who were 10 years, 15 years out, because anatomically you undergo changes that increase the risk of developing complications in your abdomen. And a lot of people don't talk about that when they talk about the risks of surgery. And usually surgery creates such a dramatic weight loss that a lot of people have to have additional plastic or reconstructive surgery to deal with the excess skin that forms afterwards. I prefer to approach it with a persistent, slow, ongoing weight loss of a pound a week, because I find your body is better able to adjust to that. And if you persist, you can lose as much weight as you want to lose. So, calisthenics, why do I start with sit-ups? The core is the most important part of your body as far as giving you stability, of increasing your vitality, your respiration, your gastrointestinal function. All of these things are tied into your core and how you move. Mobility turns out to be a pretty significant predictor of mortality, and your ability to stand on one leg, your ability to do certain movements can help predict whether or not you live a long and healthy life. I don't talk a whole lot about longevity because that's not really the target of the Get Fit and Be Lean program. But most of the major medical associations, like the American Heart Association and the AMA, talk about the need for nutrition, and particularly the need for leafy green vegetables. That's why I have the 2 veggie goal: 2 servings of raw or steamed vegetables with lunch and 2 servings with dinner. And as far as calisthenics are concerned, you can start today. You can do them every other day for a week or two, see how it works for you. If it doesn't work, hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You haven't spent $500 on a coat rack you're going to stub your toe on every time you walk through the bedroom. And I've been through those stages. I understand the impetus, the idea. It's a lot easier to buy something than it is to sit down and work out. But you can buy something now, or you can sit down and do some calisthenics right now. Sit-ups, jumping jacks, push-ups. If you can't do a full sit-up, lay flat on the floor, bend your knees, just lift your shoulders up off the ground. If you find the sit-ups are really easy and good for you, you can start doing leg lifts. Lay flat, just lift your heels 6-8 inches off the ground. Keep them going up and down for a short period of time. These calisthenics can increase your abdominal strength, can decrease your abdominal girth. They can give you those washboard abs once you've pursued the whole program and lost weight due to the portion control. And they're available to anybody. I mean, you can do these literally anywhere, any bedroom, any hallway. And I would encourage you not to wait. I would encourage you to start today. When it really comes down to exercise, today's the only day that matters. It doesn't matter if you worked out yesterday. It doesn't matter if you're planning on working out. Today is the only day that matters. So start today. Start with simple calisthenics. You can scroll through my videos. You'll see me doing some sit-ups, push-ups, jumping jacks. You can adjust each of these individual exercises, and then come on back, and I'll be doing more videos on nutrition, on other exercises that I add, on walking and the importance of walking. I've been doing some cycling. I don't usually talk about it as much in the program because bicycles can be expensive and not everybody has a space where they can bicycle. So I'm really trying to make this a broad appeal that anyone can do. And I think it's really important when you look at the number of people facing serious disease in this country from obesity. Obesity is a diseased state in and of itself without any other modification to that statement. And what has shown us this clearly is the impact of obesity on COVID. There's a linear relationship with mortality and BMI in COVID. So people want to demonize BMI, but it's a great predictor, and it predicts illness from obesity. But obesity itself is a medically important disease state. And so I want to carry that message when there's a lot of stuff about body positivity and fat and fit and healthy at any size and all of these things that are really kind of throwing in the towel on the reality that people are bigger now than they used to be. And if we were that size, you wouldn't see some of this increase in morbidity and mortality that we're seeing as a result of obesity and sedentary lifestyles. So not everybody really wants to hear the hard truth, but the hard truth is the reality. And not everybody who needs surgery for obesity, who meets the criteria for surgery, is going to have access to surgery. It's expensive. It takes a lot of support. You got to have a whole structure of institutions to deal with it. So I think that when we talk about something that anyone can do portion control. Get a measuring scale for your kitchen, get some measuring cups, read labels. Don't worry about the calories. It's too much math. I don't count calories. But if you strive for single human-sized portions of the food that you eat, you'll probably find you don't have to eliminate any of them. I don't demonize foods. I don't look to make people vegetarian or have you eaten organ meat. All of that stuff is just extreme for most people. And extreme does not lend itself to adoption into our daily lives. And that's what we need to do. We need to adopt these routines in our daily lives. So I hope you guys will check out some of my other videos. I hope you'll come on my platforms. I'm always hoping to get more subscribers, more engagement, more comments, because that stuff really helps push the videos out and get the message out to get fit and be lean. But if you have any questions, you don't want to ask them here live, just let me know, and you can always ask them on my various videos that I post, and I do try to get back to those. Sometimes I'll answer with a video, sometimes with just a comment. But I encourage you to look back through some of my old playlists, and you can find out just about everything. This is not a secret. I'm not one of these scam artists that's telling you I learned the secret that they're hiding from, that the doctors are hiding from you. No, it's not like that. Life isn't like that. You know that. You know that. You may be looking for an easy way out, but there isn't any easy way out. But there is a simple way out. And with simple calisthenics, with portion control, with the 2 veggie goal, you can make an impact on your life. You can make a change. So I encourage you to do so. I encourage you to follow me. And if you have any questions, please let me know.